Hey yo, hey yo, hey yo. The topic of this video is going to be about Bill Cooper. Bill Cooper. Bill Cooper. The topic of this video is going to be about Bill Cooper. Bill Cooper. Now, this is going to be very interesting. Bill Cooper, because you know, if you're into conspiracy theories and stuff like that, you should know about someone called Bill Cooper. He's like such a infamous guy. He's like so infamous and notorious, Bill Cooper. If you're into conspiracy theories and you were born like at least like before like the 90s, I don't know, you would know about like someone called Bill Cooper. So infamous and stuff like that. He's so like infamous. He's so infamous and stuff like that. You should know about someone called Bill Cooper. He's like such a notorious guy, so notorious and infamous. He was so like important in terms of like researching things and being like a spokesperson for the truth. He was like such an important guy. His life is kind of like a mystery to me. He actually wrote like a book. It was called like Behold a Pale Horse. You should check that out. I'll see if I can like put it into like the video description. Maybe if like I'll find like a link to a free PDF copy and put it in the video description or in the comment section of this video. I don't know. Bill Cooper, man, he was such like an important guy. He was like such an important guy. You should definitely do some research on this guy called Bill Cooper. He was so like important. Everything he was like talking about and all his research and his studying and etc. and what he did and stuff and what he like was like looking into and stuff and like all the stuff he's made and produced and stuff. All of that is so important. Bill Cooper. It cannot be understated like how important this guy is. This guy called Bill Cooper. His work, his research, all of that is so important. What he did in his life is so important in regards to like conspiracy theories and like researching about conspiracy theories and etc. and stuff. Again, if you're like into conspiracy theories, I'm telling you, you need to like figure out who like Bill Cooper is. He is like kind of a little bit infamous and notorious. He's kind of like he was like sort of like Alex Jones and stuff like that, at least on the same level as Alex Jones and whatever. Yeah, Bill Cooper is like so important. He's obviously dead now, which is kind of funny and sad as well. Alex Jones is still alive, but Bill Cooper is gone. He's dead. It's kind of weird. I wonder what it would be like if he was still around, Bill Cooper. I wonder what it would be like. The world would probably be a better place. Bill Cooper, how would he spell that? Billcooper. Guy is so important. Everything like he did in his life was so important. Like, not everything, I mean like the stuff related to conspiracy theories and stuff like that. It's kind of very important. Especially like a lot of his stuff about conspiracy theories, that is so important. I'll link you like a lot of stuff about him in the video description, in the comment section of this video and stuff like that. He created like something called the Mystery Babylon series. That's like so important that you watch through that series. It's so important that you watch through that series and stuff like that. He created like this the series, it was like something called Mystery Babylon series, something like that, and he made it. It's important that you watch through that. You watch through that and stuff like that. You watch through the Mystery Babylon series. Very, very important stuff that you watch through it. He created like a series called Mystery Babylon. He created like this some type of yeah, it was like something called Mystery Babylon and stuff. I don't know. I'm gonna link it in the video description, comment section of this video, or whatever. You need to like, he created like something called Mystery Babylon and stuff, and it's so interesting and important. It's important that you do some research on it. Anyway, Bill Cooper. I don't want to tell you all like the ins and outs of his life story and all that type of stuff. Bill Cooper was like kind of like he was like the guy who was born in America and stuff like that. He was in the Navy, I believe, or the military and blah blah blah. And then all I'm gonna do is like try and like sort of recount like kind of like to summarize like a lot of the things that happened in his life and stuff like that. I remember like because I was reading like there was like a book that he wrote. It was called Behold a Pale Horse. I was reading through that, and he was talking about in that book, like during his time in the Navy or like in the military, whatever, he was like on some type of Navy ship, whatever, and he saw like a UFO come out of like the ocean floor and stuff, and that really mesmerized him. And he saw like literally a UFO ship come out of like the ocean floor, and that mesmerized him and stuff. And he he was like trying to tell like some of like his military like sergeants and whatever, and his leaders, the leaders of his like Navy Corps, I don't know, whoever like was in charge of the Navy ship he was on. He was trying to tell and report this type of encounter. Also very interesting, it's in the book Behold the Pale Horse. He was basically telling like this type of tale that like when he saw the UFO ship and he was trying to report it, like the people that were like in charge of his Navy ship, they kind of like scolded him and made fun of him, kind of like ostracized him, and kind of like well, they were kind of like being kind of like derogatory and insulting towards him, and they were kind of threatening his life. And he had to like kind of like to just to like forget about this type of like encounter he had with like this UFO coming out of like the ocean floor. He had to like basically say that he didn't see anything. That's because the people that were on like his Navy ship, they were like threatening him and stuff. And that's so weird. I mean, that type of tale that Bill Cooper was saying and talking about, it kind of proves that like it just kind of proves that especially like the military and stuff like that, the US government and stuff, they're like very sinister, and there's like they're hiding stuff behind our backs and stuff and all that type of stuff. There's like a lot of secrecy in like in the military corps in the military and stuff like that. There's like so much secrecy. There's so much secrecy and stuff in regards to like the military and stuff and their affairs, and especially in regards to like extraterrestrials and UFOs. There's like so much secrecy going on. And again, Bill Cooper, he was like talking about like this tale. He told this tale, right, that when he was like in the Navy, he was in the Navy, whatever, basically, and stuff, and he was on the Navy, and he was on a Navy ship. He was not on the Navy, in the Navy, and he was on a Navy ship. Sorry, I just feel fucking too calm. I just feel very lightheaded right now and relaxed. I don't know what's going on. Fucking hell, it's fucking, sometimes making these types of videos, because when you go outside, it's just the fresh air fucking hits my head. I just feel so chilled out. Again, I'm just trying to like pick things off the top of my head. Yeah, but I was reading this book, Behold the Pale Horse. This book was written by Bill Cooper, and you should definitely try and look into and research about this book called the Behold the Pale Horse. I'll try and find like a PDF copy and link it in the video description or in the comment section. Anyway, Bill Cooper, Behold the Pale Horse. In that book, I actually brought like literally a physical copy of that book. That's kind of funny. I brought like literally a physical copy of that book, Behold the Pale Horse. Anyway, but in that book, anyway, Bill Cooper, he was like talking about like when he was like on like in the Navy and stuff like that. He found himself like on a Navy ship, whatever, and when he was on the Navy ship in like somewhere around the ocean, I don't know if it was like in the Pacific Ocean or somewhere else. He was like just like witnessing things, and like he encountered like he saw like a gigantic UFO come out of like the ocean floor. I don't know if it was like specifically a UFO or if it was like some other type of like aircraft. I don't know. He basically he was mesmerized by this. I don't know. And whatever, and he tried to like report this type of encounter he had like with this type of weird aircraft that was coming out of like the ocean floor. And like a lot of his military sergeants, the people that were like on his Navy ship, they just kind of made fun of him. They kind of forced him to deny what he saw and stuff like that. It's very interesting. They forced him to like deny what he saw and stuff like that, which is very interesting. It's very interesting. His entire life story was so interesting. He actually wrote a book. It was called like Behold the Pale Horse. It was very interesting and stuff like that. I definitely do encourage you to read through all of that book, Behold the Pale Horse, which is like a book that Bill Cooper, he actually wrote this book. It was like called Behold the Pale Horse. I definitely recommend you like read through that book. It's gonna like open your eyes and stuff like that, and your perspectives like and stuff like that. It's like a very important piece of literature. I'm telling you, I do believe I did read it through all of it. It's like very important. A lot of it's kind of like tedious reading. It was like very tedious reading because he talks about his life story. A lot of his like life, especially at the beginning of his life, is kind of like very boring. I do recommend you like kind of like skip through a lot of parts of that book, but it's like skip to like the important like conspiratorial stuff. Anyway, but Bill Cooper, very important, man. He actually also created like he created like this type of like radio show. I don't know, it was called Mystery Babylon series. I don't know if it was like a radio show or something different. I don't know, it was like a talk show, I don't know. And he was just talking about like all these different types of conspiracy theories and stuff like that in this type of radio show. I recommend you like I'll definitely link like Mystery Babylon, that show, in the video description in the comment section. That's so important that you look into that, and you kind of you listen to like what Bill Cooper's saying and talking about in those like in that playlist. In that place, I'm gonna link you about like this type of talk show, radio show called Mystery Babylon. That video that Bill Cooper made. Shit, I'm fucking my words up, man. Shit, I'm messing up my words. I'm fucking on. Shit, getting too sleepy, man. Fucking hell. Bill Cooper, he actually, I'm telling you, this show, I don't know if it was like a radio show or a talk show or whatever. Bill Cooper, he made like something called like Mystery Babylon. He was like, I don't know, it's like so important. I watched through all of it. It was so like mesmerizing, enchanting, so amazing to like what he was talking about in like this type of talk show, radio show. I don't know what it was. It was called Mystery Babylon. Again, I'll link it in the video description comment section of this video. So important that you kind of like you do some research on that. You do some research on that. Onto something called like Mystery Babylon. I'll link it into the video description in the comment section. I'm just gonna try and pick some things off the top of my head from what I remember from that. He was talking about the Freemasons, and he was talking about like something about like how he was talking, especially I know in the first one it was about 2001: A Space Odyssey. Do you remember that movie? He was kind of talking about a lot of the symbolism and the cryptic messages in that movie. It was so fucking interesting what he was talking about in that Mystery Babylon series. It was so like interesting. I can't really. It's like it'll be so difficult for me to like just to cover everything in that type of talk show, radio show, like in that type of series that he created. It'd be literally impossible for me to like to kind of like to cover everything that he said in that like talk show, radio show. Literally impossible. It was so interesting though. It's so interesting though that in that I don't know, it was called Mystery Babylon. In that type of talk show, radio show, whatever, he was covering like all these important conspiracy theories. He was talking about like again 2001 A Space Odyssey, man. That movie. He was talking about that. He was talking about some type of movie. It was called 2001 A Space Odyssey. That was so interesting. And he was talking about the symbolism and the cryptic messages in that movie. And he was saying that like, you know, like there was like this giant obelisk. He was saying that it was all like fucking symbolic for like how our ancestors were developing and stuff. Shit. Very, very interesting, man. Mystery Babylon. Bill Cooper, man, that's his best piece of work. That talk show, radio show that he made, it was called Mystery Babylon. I recommend you go through all of that, man. I'm gonna try and put it in the video description or the comment section of this video. I recommend you go through all of that, man. I'm telling you, it's gonna be worth your time. I'm telling you for sure. I'm telling you for sure it's gonna be worth your time. It's called like a Mystery Babylon, something like that. And this guy Bill Cooper, in that this radio talk show, he was talking about all these important conspiracy theories, man. So important. I'm telling you, you gotta go through it, all of it, all of Mystery Babylon series. I'm gonna put it in the video description comment section. It's like something if you think what I say is important, you gotta like take my advice, like to go through all of like that talk show, radio show stuff that Bill Cooper that he made. If you value what I say, I'm telling you, it's gonna like if it's like one of the most important things you can do in your life is to go through that talk show, radio show stuff that Bill Cooper made. This type of like playlist. I'm gonna link it in like the video description comment section. Very important. I'm telling you, it's gonna change your life. Take my advice. It's gonna change your life. It's gonna change your life. I'm telling you for sure. Mystery Babylon. It was something called that. I'm not gonna try spelling it out for you. I'm just gonna put it. I'm gonna try and see if I can put it in the video description comment section. It's gonna like change your whole perspective, your whole mindset, your mentality, your beliefs about the world. That's how like important this like this talk show, radio show is that Bill Cooper made. Very, very important. I'm gonna put it in the video description or in the comment section and stuff. Mystery Babylon. So many different types of things that were like brought up in that type of radio talk show that Bill Cooper made. He was talking about the Knights Templars and the a little bit about the Freemasons and the Illuminati and all that type of stuff. Is so important, man. All of the things he was talking about in that talk show and radio show is so important. I can't like off the top of my head like give you all like the right amount of like information and details regarding that type of radio show, talk show stuff that Bill Cooper made called Mystery Babylon. I can't tell you everything. All I can do is like recommend you go through like a playlist I'm gonna put in the video description comment section. Anyway, back to Bill Cooper, back to his like book Behold the Pale Horse, because he also wrote like this piece of literature called Behold the Pale Horse. And it's so important that you read through that as well. Although a lot of like Behold the Pale Horse, a lot of it's like tedious reading. I'm telling you, you don't want to like go like, especially at the beginning of that book, he talks about his like life and stuff like that. His life, and like a lot of it's like the boring parts about his life. Which I mean, who the fuck cares about that? I definitely don't care about that. Like the boring parts about his life, like when he was like younger and stuff, and he was like, I don't know. that's not really that important. I do recommend, if you're going to read through like that book, Behold the Pale Horse, I'll try finding like a PDF copy and putting it in the video description comment section. If you're going to read through that book, it's going to be like a lot of tedious reading. I recommend you like at least skip to like the more important conspiratorial parts. Anyway, back to Bill Cooper. Bill Cooper was like, he was like so important as a person for in regards to like conspiracy theories and whatever. He's like kind of like, I don't know if he came before Alex Jones. I don't know about that. I think so because he was doing like all his radio talk shows in the 90s, so he's like kind of like an old school guy. He's definitely not like Alex Jones is kind of old school as well, so maybe they're kind of like in the same epoch. I don't know. They're both very, very important anyway. If you care about conspiracy theories, if you care about conspiracy theories, you gotta know about someone called Bill Cooper and Alex Jones. These are very important names that you gotta dot down. Get a pen and paper and just dot these types of names down. Literally get a pen and paper, Alex Jones, Bill Cooper, and do as much research as possible on these guys and what all the works that they've made, all the radio shows, talk shows. Go through all of it, all the literature that they made and wrote about. Go through all of it. It's so important. Man, Bill Cooper, man, so fucking important. Bill Cooper, he was like, I don't know, I think he was kind of like better than Alex Jones. Alex Jones is kind of like satirical and kind of he's very satirical, isn't he? He's kind of like a joke a little bit. Bill Cooper was like so realistic. He was like doing all the careful research and studying and everything like that. And he was just, all the stuff he said in like, especially like when he was like creating that talk show, that radio show, like a Mystery Babylon, everything he said in that is so important. And it's so sad that he died. I don't know, like his death is kind of like a mystery as well. Bill Cooper, like what the fuck happened to the guy when he was like his death? He was like, he didn't die naturally. Someone came and shot him, I believe so. I might be wrong. My memory is very fuzzy regarding Bill Cooper. I don't believe he just had like a natural death though, which is kind of ironic. You know, Philip Schneider, a lot of these types of people that I talk about in my videos, they like the conspiracy theory people, a lot of them they don't suffer from natural deaths. Someone came and did something to them. That's what I believe. Someone came and did something to Philip Schneider. I'm going to talk about Philip Schneider in the next video, but hopefully in like another video, not in this one though. But you know, back to Bill Cooper. I don't believe he died like a natural death. I believe someone came after him. I'm telling you that. I know it sounds like I'm being schizophrenic and mentally ill and whatever, and I have like a few screws loose in my head. I do believe that someone came after Bill Cooper and did something to him and messed him up in so many different types of ways. I do believe so. Someone came and did something to him and messed him up. I believe so. I do believe so. It's like someone came after him and did something to him, messed him up. Bill Cooper, I don't believe he died like a natural death. It's impossible to know for sure though. I know, like, especially like during the end of his life, he was like so paranoid, schizophrenic. Like he was like thinking that everyone was like coming after him and stuff. The government people were coming after him. I remember he was talking about this in like a couple of videos. Like he was talking about like how he saw like someone in like a car and he was like, he got all angry and pissy at him and he was getting a gun out and he was trying to threaten him and scare him away. Bill Cooper, he has definitely, during the end of his life, he was like getting all paranoid and schizophrenic and like so scared. He was getting all pissy and like angry and hateful towards people that were coming towards him. Like, and it was yeah. Obviously, is that really his own fault? I mean, if you're like, because the guy, he was like experiencing all of these like things. Like when he was in the Navy, when he was on a Navy ship, he literally saw like a UFO come out of the ocean floor, and he was trying to report this. And you know, like the military sergeants and like the people that were like in charge of the Navy ship, they were making fun of him. They were trying to threaten him and stuff because of what he saw. And he had to literally lie about what he saw then and deny what he saw and stuff. It's kind of, and he was like getting. I do remember like him talking about like how he was like getting kind of like a little bit threatened and stuff, and like people were coming after him and doing things to him and kind of insulting him and stuff. I don't know. So during the end of his life, he was like so paranoid and schizophrenic. I don't believe that is his fault necessarily. If you kind of like think about like what was happening to him during like the during his entire like time being alive, like especially when he was in the Navy and after like his experience with the military and all that type of stuff. And you can't blame him for for what he was like going through and stuff, and like his like this paranoia that he had like during the end of his life is kind of like, it's very unreasonable. He was talking about like people were coming after him in cars and stuff. I don't know. Obviously this is all speculation. We'll never know like all the fine details and stuff about what happened to Bill Cooper and how he died, the natural and I do believe so. He didn't die a natural death. I believe someone came after him, just like with Philip Schneider. That's like another. That's for another video though. The topic, that's not like the Philip Schneider, that's like for another video. I do believe that someone came after him though. Bill Cooper, someone came after him. I do believe so. I do believe someone came after him. But that's like, anyway, Bill Cooper, back to like a lot of, I just want to like kind of talk about more of his like life story and stuff, about what he was talking about in his radio talk show Mystery Babylon, and what he said in like in this piece of literature he made called not Mystery Babylon, Behold the Pale Horse. That's like a book he wrote, and he also created like this radio talk show called Mystery Babylon. Anyway, I'll put it all in the video description comment section. Anyway, very important. Bill Cooper, like, he was like such an important guy. He was like revolutionary, definitely revolutionary in my opinion. I believe that before him, like all this conspiracy stuff, it was like all like impossible to like kind of like to make sense of it. Bill Cooper, he kind of helped us make sense of all these types of conspiracy theories and all that type of stuff. He did all the careful researching, and he was reading through so much important books and stuff. He was trying to like make sense of all these weird, like insane conspiracy theories. That's the issue with like conspiracy theories and stuff, and it's just impossible to make sense of it. How can you make sense of the fact that there's like all these secret societies and cabals and groups and stuff, and maybe aliens and extraterrestrials and all that type of stuff controlling our planet? How can you make sense of that? That's why you need people like Bill Cooper, like, to do all the fucking research for you, to put all the facts right, to get the facts right, to put everything straight, and so you can fucking make sense of all these insane conspiracy theories. That's like that was like the most important thing that Bill Cooper did. He made sense of like all these types of fucking conspiracy theories. Alex Jones doesn't do that. Like, Bill Cooper was actually doing the research, and he was putting things together, and he was like correlating things, and he was trying to like make sense of everything. That's so important. Really is important that you kind of dig into like a lot of like the background and like a lot of the history of Bill Cooper, a lot of like his life story, and a lot of his like research and all the work he made and did. Bill Cooper, he was trying to like make sense of all of these types of insane conspiracy theories. It's very sad and tragic what happened to him during like the end of his life. I don't know, nobody really knows what happened to him during the end of his life. It's kind of insane. Like, it's all like kind of like a mystery. Nobody really knows what happened to him during like the end of his life. It's kind of like a big fat mystery, but he was so important. I'm telling you, so important. You cannot like understate like his importance, his influence and all that type of stuff. Like before him, like before Bill Cooper, like all these conspiracy theories, it was impossible to make sense of them. That's what Bill Cooper did. He helped us like make sense of all of these insane conspiracy theories. That's why I definitely recommend you kind of like dig into like a lot of his life story, his like history, research about everything that happened to him and stuff, and like all the literature he made and stuff, and like Mystery Babylon. That's something you gotta like kind of carefully research about as well. It's very important. Damn, man, the wind, man, fucking annoying. Shit. The wind is so fucking annoying, man, I'm telling you. Anyway, Mystery Babylon, Behold the Pale Horse. I'll put it in the video description comment section. Bill Cooper, man. Bill Cooper is so fucking important. Bill Cooper is so fucking important to do research on, and to kind of study and to like study everything he like, all his like important life's works and all that type of stuff. If you don't do that, you're going to be so fucking I'm telling you, you're going to be missing out on a lot if you don't like study Bill Cooper. If you don't do some research on Bill Cooper and study like everything he said in his like Mystery Babylon stuff and like his literature called Behold the Pale Horse. If you don't study about Bill Cooper, you're just going to be missing out on a lot, man. I'm telling you, if you care about conspiracy theories and all this type of stuff, if you want to know more about our world and like what's going on behind the scenes, you got to know about someone called Bill Cooper. You got to study about his life and study about what happened to him and all that type of stuff. It's so important. Bill Cooper, yeah, so fucking important, man. I'm telling you, it's so like important that you try and like piece together all of like the research he did and all the stuff he's talked about and wrote and stuff. He talked about quite a lot. It's impossible for me to like kind of like to even like to give you any type of like meaningful like insights into like what he was talking about, because like he talked about so many different types of subjects and topics. It's fucking impossible for me to kind of like to give you any type of like summary, but so important. Bill Cooper. Again, Behold a Pale Horse. That's like a book that he wrote. I'll try and find a PDF copy and put it in the video description comment section and stuff. And I'll also try and find like he also created like this radio talk show stuff, Mystery Babylon, whatever. I'll try and put that into the video description comment section as well. You need to look into all of that. So important. It's going to change your mentality, your mindset, your beliefs about our world. I'm telling you, it's going to be like literally life-changing stuff that you're going to be like, experiencing and like researching, going into and stuff. I'm just telling you, Bill Cooper is so fucking important. Cannot be understated, like how important Bill Cooper is and stuff, and like everything that he was talking about and all like the literature and research that he did during his life. Before Bill Cooper, I fucking like all this conspiracy stuff, nobody could make sense of it, and that's what Bill Cooper did. He kind of helped us make sense of all these like types of conspiracies and stuff like that, all these insane conspiracies. Bill Cooper really did kind of fucking help us make sense of it and everything like that. It's so important that you study Bill Cooper's life, you go through all of his literature and his work, and you go through like Mystery Babylon, that talk show. And before Bill Cooper, all of this conspiracy stuff, nobody could make sense of it, but Bill Cooper, he helped us out. Such a massive, like important, like assistance from him. He was like so important as a person. All his work and everything like that is so important. Everything that he was talking about and saying and stuff, and everything that he was researching about and writing about and talking about, so fucking important. Cannot be understated. You cannot deny like his influence and like how important he is, Bill Cooper. Before him, all this conspiracy stuff, nobody could make sense of it, but Bill Cooper, he tried to really help us make sense of it and stuff. And it's like very sad like how he died. It's very sad how he died. He had like a very tragic death. I believe so, like it was like someone was like, I don't know, I do believe someone came after him, I don't know. Someone came after him and did something to him. It's very tragic and sad how he died. It is indeed very tragic and sad how he like passed away and stuff. I don't know. I wonder what he would be talking about if he was still alive. I don't know. Probably talking about coronavirus. I don't know. It's very sad and tragic how he like passed away and stuff. I don't know. I do believe someone came after him as well. I don't believe he just died of like a natural death. I do believe someone came after him for sure. He was talking about like how he was seeing people in cars that were like near his house and stuff. I don't know, and I fucking do believe for sure that someone came after him, but we'll never know for sure. It's all speculation. We'll never know for sure. It's all speculation. I do again believe like someone was like, he was talking about seeing people in cars. He was talking about seeing people in cars and all that type of stuff. It's like very spooky, man. I'm telling you, if you go into like, if you like go and research about like what happened to him during the end of his life, it's like very spooky. It's very spooky if you kind of do some research on him and if you do some research on him and like you listen to like what he was talking about during like the end of his life. He was talking about like how people were like in cars and trying to come at him and to take over, take him over. I don't know, not take him over, but to try and off him. I don't know, kill him and stuff. I don't know. It's very interesting, man. You gotta do some research on Bill Cooper. He's so important. It's so important that you study about him, you research about him. You carefully like look into everything he was talking about. So important that you carefully study about his life and stuff and everything that happened to him and whatever. Very, very important. Very, very, very important. Whoa, is that a worm? Shit. Fucking hell, I'm seeing a worm in the grass, man. Anyway. Bill Cooper, so fucking important, man. The wind is fucking annoying. You know, if it wasn't for the wind, filming these types of videos wouldn't be that difficult. It's the fucking wind, man. It's the fucking wind. It's the fucking wind, man. It's the fucking wind. It's the fucking wind, man. It's the fucking wind, man. I'm telling you for sure. I'm telling you for sure. I'm telling you for sure, you need to look into someone called Bill Cooper. Research about him. Research about him. research about him, everything that he said in his life, man, I'm telling you, Bill Cooper, man, his life story, his literature, everything that he was like talking about in his like talk show, radio show called Mystery Babylon. He had like a radio talk show called Mystery Babylon. And he had like he made something else as well. He also like made like I do believe he did some other important things. I don't know, Bill Cooper, man. Dig into him, like look into his life story, his history and everything like that. Again, in the video description comment section of this video, I'm gonna like put in like stuff about like his Mystery Babylon stuff, and like Behold the Pale Horse, that book. Very important that you go through all of that. The guy everything that he was talking about was so important. So important. Everything that I was talking about, you cannot like understate like his impact in regards to like making sense of conspiracy theories and stuff like that. Very, very important. Everything that he was talking about, it was so important. Everything that he was talking about was so important. I do recommend you dig into everything that he was talking about, research about everything that he was talking about on YouTube. Just type his name into YouTube, Bill Cooper, and just go through a lot of his videos. So important in regards to like conspiracy stuff, conspiracy theories. If you don't like look into like his stuff, into his like conspiracy stuff and into everything that he talked about, you're gonna be missing out, man. I'm telling you for sure, you're gonna be missing out. You're gonna be missing out on a lot. Your life is gonna be so like horrible if you don't like look into this guy, Bill Cooper, and you go through all of his like research and literature. You go through his literature and research. Very, very important. So important. Mystery Babylon, Behold the Pale Horse. Very, very important. I'm gonna try putting it in the video description comment section of this video. So important. I'm telling you for sure, if you don't go through his all of this type of literature, all of his like radio talk show stuff, you're gonna be missing out on quite a lot. Bill Cooper is such a fascinating guy, very fascinating personality. Everything he was talking about was so like fucking important. God, I feel like so like nice right now with the sunshine going on my skin. Bill Cooper, Mystery Babylon, so important that you go through all of that. You go and read his book, Behold the Pale Horse. It's like how he died was so tragic. I do believe someone came after him. I do believe that. I do believe someone came after him and did something to him. I'm very certain about that, because he was like very paranoid during the end of his life, and I believe so. That's because of the fact that like someone was like messing with him. Like he was like talking about like how people were like in cars like around next to his house, and he was like feeling like his life was about to like come to an end. Like very what happened to Bill Cooper is like so tragic and sad. It is very tragic and sad, man. What happened to Bill Cooper? Very tragic and sad indeed. What happened to Bill Cooper? Very, 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 very sad and tragic indeed. You gotta look into his life story, into his life history, stuff like that. Research about like what happened to him, what he was going through and stuff. His literature and like his radio talk show, Mystery Babylon, that is so important that you go through all of that. I cannot even like possibly try and attempt to give you like a summary, because it'll be so much information, and this video will be like hours long. I'm just gonna like really heavily like give you all these types of recommendations and stuff. Hopefully like in the video description comment section you go through like the Mystery Babylon series that he made and stuff, and his book Behold the Pale Horse. I'll try and find a PDF copy and put it in the comment section in the video description as well. So important. I'm telling you, Bill Cooper, his life, and stuff like that. He was like such an important guy. Everything he did was like so amazing, admirable. He tried to help us make sense of all these conspiracy theories. Very, very important. Very, very important. Very, very important, man, I'm telling you. Very, very important. Doing research onto, you should definitely you gotta research about someone called Bill Cooper. I'm telling you for sure, it's so important. Yeah, man. Bill Cooper, man, so important. Do some research on him. Bill Cooper, man. Mystery Babylon series. Very, very important. You gotta do some research on him. Do some research on Bill Cooper, Mystery Babylon. Everything about his life was so important, I'm telling you. Mystery Babylon, Bill Cooper. Do research about it. Research about what he said. It's so important that you go through all of his like life story and stuff like that. You go through all of his life story and you dig into like all like everything regarding his life and all that type of stuff. It's very, very important. I cannot possibly try and summarize everything for you perfectly. I'm just going to give you these very strong recommendations. I'm telling you for sure. You gotta like dig into like his life story, his history. Bill Cooper, very, very important guy. He was trying to help us make sense of all these insane conspiracy theories. Before him, nobody even tried to like do this, like make sense of all these conspiracy theories. I believe so Alex Jones was trying maybe as well, but I don't know. I don't know if Bill Cooper came before Alex Jones. I don't know. It's kind of like a big fat mystery to me. Research about Bill Cooper. Look into everything regarding his life and his like the literature he wrote and made. Everything about Bill Cooper and his life stuff is so important, man. Very, very important. Bill Cooper, man, just fucking everything about him and stuff, his life and all that type of stuff is so important. Very, very important. Very, very important to research about him and to study his life and everything that was happening to him and stuff. Cannot be understated, man, I'm telling you. You gotta look into Bill Cooper, do some research on him. Try and like study everything about his life. Again, in the video description comment section, I'm gonna put like his important works, a lot of like his important research and works and whatever. Mystery Babylon and like Behold the Pale Horse. I'm gonna try putting that in the video description comment section. It's so important that you study about Bill Cooper and everything that happened to him. Everything that happened to him. Very, very important. Fucking hell, man. It's fucking the wind, man. That you study about Bill Cooper and you research about him. Ah, man, fucking. Oh, here we go, man. The fucking wind, man. Ah, fucking hell, man. It fucking kills, man. I swear. The wind, man. Fucking hell. It fucking kills, man. I just feel feeling it go through my body. The wind, it fucking kills. I'm telling you, Bill Cooper, fucking Mystery Babylon. Well, so yeah, Mystery Babylon and Behold the Pale Horse. It'll be in the video description comment section. You gotta look into that. Look into it. Research about it. Look into it and research about it. So important. Damn, Bill Cooper, man. I'm telling you, if you don't study about this guy, you're not gonna have any clue about like all these important conspiracies. You have to like research about Bill Cooper. Again, how do you spell that? B-I-L-L-C-O-O-P-E-R. Bill Cooper. Look into him. Research about him. Research about him. Bill Cooper, man. I'm telling you. telling you, such an important guy. Oh. Bill Cooper, man, is so important. Bill Cooper, you gotta study about this guy. Everything that he said during his lifetime, all the books that he's made and all the talk shows and radio shows, you gotta go through all of it. And I don't want this video to be too long, and that's about it.